Good afternoon to all of you. As per our schedule, today's speaker is with us, Dr. Bharti N. It's bamboo scientist, founder, director of Gromor Biotech Limited, Hosur, Tamil Nadu. And already we have lectures, previously two lectures from sir, and we listened about it. And already I introduced, even though I have briefly introduced him, Dr. Bharti Nambi is an agricultural scientist, worked for 40 years in agriculture, plant propagation by tissue culture in over 85 different plant species, including rice, banana, sugarcane, ornamental, plantation crop with bamboo. He is working in the bamboo sector for the past 15 years, starting as a technology partner for the National Mission on Bamboo Applications, member in Bamboo Steering Committee of Government of Tamil Nadu and Government of Gujarat. He has also served as a bamboo consultant for INBAR, International Network for Bamboo and Rattan, China, in the area of bamboo propagation and cultivation. He visited African countries like Ethiopia, Madagascar, Mozambique, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Africa to promote the bamboo cultivation. Bharti is a founder director of Gromor Biotech, which is largest bamboo tissue culture lab in the world, producing 60 lakhs tissue culture plants every year and exploring the several countries. He served as a member in the Planning Commission subgroup on dedicated energy plantation, member in the executive committee of SSNIRE. Dr. Bhati is the life member in the Bamboo Society of India and worked towards domesticating bamboo into a cultivatable crop and achieved highest yield of 40 tons per acre per year, against the national average of less than 1 ton per acre per year. Recently, Bharti is appointed as an expert member in the task force on the sustainable cultivation of bamboo of INBAR, China, and also appointed as National Governing Council member of Bamboo Society of India. This is brief about the Bharti sir, and now I would like to request Bharti sir, please deliver his lecture to the participant. Please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All are welcome.
Okay.
My pleasure in talking to you. I think this is going to be my third lecture to the same group of people. And I see a lot of learned persons, doctorates are there. And I'll try to share whatever little I know about the bamboo in the last 15 years. I've been working and then I'm trying to do something, good for commercial work, good for large scale cultivation, good for the farmers, good for the industries, new industries coming up. And let me start straight away going to my presentation. Today my topic, what is given to me, is on the bamboo industry in India for the supply chain structure. How do we manage this supply chain structure? What is possible, the challenges and the recommendations, and what's happening in the industry now. So as the bamboo industry in India, if you see it, there is not much big industries come up so far. Really, if it's talking to this, it's only a small handicraft sector or a little bit construction, which is coming up now. And some amount of furniture is taking place. Other than that, there is not much industries come up. But however, you look at the bamboo. I'm sure since you've gone through so many of the conference today and many people have trained you for so many days, you must be very familiar, but still, to make it little sensible, all parts of bamboos are used. And these parts need to be supplied specifically for the specific purpose. Somebody wants to make a medicine. He is looking for leaves and they are looking for juice. Somebody looking for beverages. All these people, they look only for the leaf, not for the culm, not for the rhizomes, not for the roots and things like that. So, bamboo, you can put them into 9 different parts. Different people needs different parts. It's not the furniture person never needs a twigs or a leaves. So, but then we know like a handicraft, and handicraft also may not be able to use the different parts. Like, only certain parts they can't use it. Now, looking at this, rhizomes and roots are normally going for handicraft and for making brushes. And if you look at the culm sheet, which is always attached to the plant. As they grow, they keep falling from the plant, and they are going to be used for making handicrafts. Then come the shoots. The bamboo shoots always come from the rhizome. From the bottom, they start growing, and they grow at a speed of 1.5 feet a day. It could be 6 inches, it could be 10 inches, it could be 1 foot, it could be 1.5 feet. But there is species like Dendrocoloma giganteus grows 3 feet a day. Today you go, tomorrow you come, it will be to the hip height. Tomorrow it will go up, above your head. That's the speed at which you grow. And that also, certain stage of the shoot growth is good for shoot making. Shoots is another big commodity. And there are plantations I visited in China almost around 13 or 14 years back. They are making only shoots, nothing else. The pole comes from the bamboo, but that's a secondary product. The main product is the shoot. They keep on harvesting the shoots, and then the maximum number of shoots are collected. So very few minimum number of culms are allowed to grow into a bamboo tree. Now, similarly, when it comes to the bamboo as a pole, the base portion is always very heavy in all the species of bamboo. They're very heavy, strong, and tough. Sometimes may not be useful for, because shorter internode, it could be used for very few quantity of handicraft, but not always. So that they prefer to send it for making charcoal, because the recovery of charcoal is very high. So they take the charcoal from the basal portion of it, and the moment you come to the middle portion, which is going to be 40 to 50% of the bamboo material, and that is going to be used for furniture making, laminated furniture making, or converted lamination into floor making, or even a keyboard. They make keyboard, mouse, everything out the laminated board. So the laminated board is used for the middle portion of the bamboo. I mean, this again changed from species to species. I'm just giving a very general idea from the bamboo. Now, if we take a Balcova, the bamboos of Balcova bamboo is not suitable for making laminated ones. It is good for lumber making instead of laminated board. So when it comes to a Dendrocoloma giganteus, Dendrocoloma asper, Hamiltoni, or for that matter, Dendrocoloma latiforus, all this bamboo is useful for making laminated boards, and then laminated furniture. Now that portion is going only for that industry, and they will not send it for charcoal making. So when a bamboo is cut, every portion of the bamboo has to be sent to different purpose. We don't think that normally what we think, when you take a rice, a complete rice is gone, only the straw is going to the cattle or burning purpose. But then here it's not like that. We have more than 9 products. Next is the middle part of the bamboo, which is a little softer, easy to work with, used for handicraft, for making woven articles from this, or the mat boards, curtain mats, and the carpets are made with this. So those kind of a bamboo also is used for so many other things. When you convert them into smaller ones, particles, then it goes for particle board. Whatever waste coming from there is going for the charcoal making. The entire bamboo pole also goes for pulp making, paper pulp making, and for granular makings, or for the fuel like ethanol, or for CNG gas production, or for making petrol and diesel. In fact, for that, you can use the entire thing, but this also is more preferred than the other ones. Then the top portion, when it comes to this, it's a lighter, thin wall bamboo. It's used mostly for scaffolding, or for making the bamboo poles, or the light implements and agricultural tools. It is used. Only the top portion of the bamboo, this top portion of the bamboo is used for that. And in bamboo, nothing is wasted. Even the twigs, the branches, all that used for making brooms, and even for making clothes. Similarly, the leaves, they go for making beverages, or the juice, or the medicine. And also the leaf is converted into manure, vermicompost. In an acre of bamboo, I checked up myself with the Bima bamboo in which I'm working. It gives you around 40 tons of biomass, but close to 4 tons of 10% is the leaf. And the 10%, when you convert them into a vermicompost, it becomes 8 to 10 kilogram of vermicompost. That's a manure. Similarly, bamboo leaves are very good for fodder. Animal fodder. Today, if you see, elephants are eating that, cattle is eating that, goats are eating that, even a chicken is eating that. The reason is they have high calcium in it. And that calcium is available maximum in bamboo along with a lot of protein, especially the protein content varies from 15% to 20%. And some of the clones we have, which is an average, they give around 18 to 19% protein. And along with that, fiber. So all put together, it is excellent fodder. There is a project coming up in Philippines, which is looking for 25,000 acres of bamboo to be cultivated as fodder. Now, all these, why I'm saying is based on the product, the supply chain is different. The market is different. The marketing, the product is different. The harvesting cycle is different. Fodder is to be harvested once in 3 months. Whereas when you come to for bamboo to make a laminated furniture, you need to harvest only once in 3 or 4 years' time. So the cycle time, the age of the bamboo is different. Bamboo shoots harvested every day, every week for the 3 to 4 months time. So it's harvested within 1 month's time from the bamboo shoots growing. So harvesting cycle is different, harvesting quantity is different, and then the yield is different, the market is different. So various combination. That's the reason the complication comes very high here. Today, one of the very highly successful supply chain model today in India is the milk. It's collected from every house. Everything. So only they collect only in the form of milk. Then they convert it into butter, ghee, or a curd, or ice creams, and so many things they are able to make it. Amul is the best example. So they are able to collect and distribution after processing it is taking place. In bamboo, but itself, there are so many products are there. Everything is not needed by a single person. It's all different person for different requirement. So one has to really see, understand what are the products available in bamboo, and that product to produce maximum, then you have to cultivate differently. Somebody wants to make a lumber or the laminated furniture or a flooring, you need to plant them at a distance of 15 feet by 15 feet. Only 160 to 200 plants per acre you should plant. But when it comes to bamboo shoot, you should plant 1,000 to 2,000 number of plants very close by and then collect the shoots only. Don't allow the tree to grow. But when it comes to a leaf like a fodder, then fodder, you have to plant 3 to 4,000 plants, grow them like a tea bush, very close by. Don't allow them to grow. Keep cutting the leaves and give the leaves to the animal before they become mature. So things are different when you want to do that. So one person has to decide and know what is it he's going to make. Somebody who's making fodder cannot give the bamboo for furniture making, cannot give it for making charcoal making. So similarly, that's going to keep changing. Now I'm just going to some of the product. I'm sure a lot of people would have shown you different products. This is the Ikea furniture product, and different types of boards used for kitchen board, a bowl, or a pepper and salt, or a kitchen spoons and boards. This kind of simple boards or bottle holders, and quite a few things. All they're getting made with the bamboo. Now, if you look at the bamboo by itself, today we are looking at the bamboo for not only for this kind of a product, we are also looking for nature's production, for better landscaping, for ecotourism, for maximum oxygen. Today, bamboo is getting planted for oxygen generation. So that market is totally different. So product market is different, the service market is different. Similarly, sustainability for ecotourism and carbon sink. People are growing bamboo only to sink the carbon. For example, Infosys planted around 35 acres of bamboo only to sink the carbon, nothing else. They want to reduce the carbon footprint of the company. But when it comes to cement factories, they want to use this bamboo to reduce the usage of coal in the factory. Similarly, the green supply chain, and for the produce for geographically advantageous material for recyclable material and all that. Now, when it comes to the bamboo production process, they also create a lot of jobs and income and economic value on the other side of it. And all these needs a technology. Today, bamboo is not grown with the right technology, right agronomy, which I spoke to you in one of my earlier meeting. I said technology innovations, innovations are very much needed. Improve the processing technique is more important, and ultimately to innovative products should come through this. Today, we are not making innovative products. We are making only our regular handicraft product, basket making, construction, and the furniture. We should go beyond this, then only the market will be very big. For example, I was talking in one of the meetings about the electricity. 1 kilo of bamboo is needed to make 1 kilowatt current. And if you're looking at the toothpick, it's only hardly, 25 grams if you buy it for 25 rupees. It's sufficient for 6 months for a house. Whereas one house consumes 10 kilowatt electricity. So when you use a toothpick, it is only 25 grams, which will come from half a kilo bamboo, sufficient for 6 months. When it comes to electricity, you need 10 kilowatt, 10 kg bamboo. That means for 6 months, you're looking at a quantity of not less than 1.5 tons of bamboo. So look at the quantity changes immediately. So, but today what happens? We import the coal from Indonesia. We import the coal from South Africa. We import the coal from Australia and burn it. Instead, we make our farmer to grow the bamboo, convert them into charcoal and to replace the coal, or directly burn it. So this is an innovative project. Similarly, ethanol. Instead of we importing the ethanol or getting it only from sugar cane, bamboo can make ethanol. So all that I'm going to say about it. So innovations needed to increase the product line. Then the materials, then they become a product. Then the market is there. So what are the opportunities for bamboo? Bamboo, when you look at it today, it's available. Opportunities are there. A vast tract of lands available for bamboo plantation, which are not fit for agriculture. That can be used for cultivation of bamboo. Many lands are there. Ravines are there. If you look at your place, it's full of ravines. And all the ravines could be planted with the bamboo and make the ravines to be green again. And then what is not happening, availability of scientific experts to doing research on bamboo and industrial engineering who can develop bamboo processing technology. We need to really motivate them to see that the right kind of a products are developed. The other day I was attending the conference of the ethanol by ABL, our Numaligarh refineries. Wonderful work they're doing. They're planning to use something like 5 lakh tons of bamboo. Huge. 5 lakh tons of bamboo. So that kind of a quantity going to be used for one factory. And look at what ethanol they're going to produce, not even 1 or 2% of the whole country's requirement. That's all. And similarly, bamboo already is established in a commercial value as substitute for wood and plastic and metal many places. Now, these are the opportunity for bamboo to get replaced. IW has done a lot of work in Bangalore to convert plastic mixed with the bamboo. And fortunately, our government is supporting a lot. So support from the government is coming up in the form of National Bamboo Mission, and a lot of fund has been provided. And also the private sector are made in place to see that these funds are used and they are able to get into a larger market. So there is continuously now increasing demand for bamboo furniture, handicraft, construction material, and other finished product using 100% bamboo. Now this is also it's picking up, and a lot of government institutions been asked to use more of this. Apart from all this, the carbon sequestration potential of bamboo is able to is able to provide a climate change mitigation solution at a very, very low cost. And this impact is this is going to reduce the impact of our natural disasters. So this is something very great opportunity available. But what is the challenge? If this is opportunity is there, bamboo should have come very well, but it's not happening. The reason is the supply is not available sufficiently. Simple thing like incense stick, agarbatti incense stick, we're importing it. You know how much? 1.5 lakh tons at a price of 1.25 lakh rupees per ton. Huge. Why? Because we don't have the bamboo species called tulda sufficiently under cultivation. It is available. It is available where? In Northeast is available. It is available in Tripura. It is available in Assam, Meghalaya. But that quantity is sufficient. Only one company, ITC Mangaldeep alone, is able to consume that. Then other big companies are there. Other smaller organizations are there. They don't get the bamboo raw material for making incense stick. Incense stick is such a simple, non-sophisticated material. Even that we are importing today because of lack of supply of bamboo. Right. Then lack of coordinated action in ensuring steady supply of bamboo poles. It's available. It's available one season. It is not available continuously. It is available in Northeast. It is not available in Madhya Pradesh. Then it is not available in South India. not available in Mysore and Bangalore where incense sticks are made, or it is not available in MP where a lot of furniture is getting made. And when you say bamboo species wise, lot of differences there. The one, if you want to have 12-inch diameter, tender calamus J junction is needed, which doesn't grow in Madhya Pradesh. That doesn't grow in large scale in Maharashtra, or it is not growing in Orissa. So, we need to go to either Kerala, or we have to go to the Western Ghats, or we should go up to Assam and Meghalaya, Mizoram, collect it. So, like this, every species is different. Based on the species, the size is different. Based on the size, the utility is different. So now this somebody has to coordinate and make it available. There should be a depot. Today, if you want to go cement, buy depots available. If you want to go buy a rod, steel rod, it's depots available. You want to buy engineering material, it's all available. But is there a depot available for bamboo? No. So we need to really create that kind of a supply chain depot which will be able to hold all the stocks, or make it available to people. Those who are asking for here, okay, directly from Assam, they can send it to the place wherever. If it is needed in Delhi, they can send it there. If it is needed in Jaipur, they should be able to get it either from Gujarat or from Assam and send it there. So like this, some organizations should be available and companies should come forward to have this kind of a smaller depot. So that will be giving a better coordinated action to ensure the steady supply. Similarly, the lack of high-tech facility, machineries in processing. I've been to China several times. I'll show you some of the pictures. Very different. Go to the market, is available in the right size what you want to have. And the industries working in a very, very big way. We do have in this industry in India, but not sufficient enough. It's not one or two. Few are there only in Northeast. And other places slowly trying to come up. But where, if you go to China, many places is there. Vietnam, it's available. It's available in, Thailand. All the places available with a less amount of area. We have 13.9 million hectare bamboo. We don't have. A China with 5 million hectare, they have everything. A Vietnam with less than 1 million hectare, they have beautiful furniture, making companies and processing facility and all that. So we are little. Our challenge at the moment, we don't have the right facility to do it. Then another very, very, very important thing is lack of market information. How many of you know that the bamboo, we are importing so much? If you want to find out how much incense stick we are importing it, we have to search and then go and then find, it's not available easily. Similarly, how much furniture is used in India? No, available. So apart from the product, species itself, where dendrocalamus stocks available? No. Maybe we know in Konkan area in Maharashtra, it's available. But how much quantity? Who to go buy it? Who is the contact person? If you want to buy it, all problem comes. One can talk scientifically, but what about one want to buy it? Can I go buy 1,000 poles easily? Is there one person who's available for that? No. And it may be available, but it's not, the information is not known to us now. So the market information for the availability of the bamboo, for the availability of the product, for the utilization, we need to know. This is only for I'm talking about the furniture sector. When it comes to the energy sector, huge demand. I'm going to talk to you about that later. Then comes the standards. We know our quality standards are not known very clearly. Our low quality, the raw material, and we don't have the appropriate machineries. Even if it is there, the skilled laborers are not available who can do the job very well. And the product design, when somebody is making a chair here, it is only fit for putting as a garden furniture. But we do have furnitures which are meant for drawing room, bedroom, or VVIP lodge. We do have. But then, and that designs are not commonly available. Our product design, I know some of the company like, Konba, they need to hire out a designer from Philippines to do that. We don't have the right designer. We have two institutions available, but still we the kind of demand what we have in India, we don't have sufficiently. That's what I'm trying to say. We are not zero, but we are not reached the right level with the kind of a land area bamboo we have in India. Right? Now, let's look at the supply chain of bamboo. What's happening? Now, first, it starts with the farmer. Before the farmer, it starts with the nursery. the nursery, the species of plant, what they want to have. That should be available now. That's the first supply chain. The second supply chain is the farmer who is growing at the village, or it is grown as a community, or it is grown as a captive farming by companies. Then comes, once if it is grown, depending on the time then size, it has to be harvested. So after harvesting, the primary processing has to be done. Today, all this is done by only one person. He buys the bamboo. After that, he do the primary processing, he does the secondary processing, he also does the final finished product. Some places they themselves sell it also. But in China, in developed countries, when I say developed for bamboo sector, they all been done by different segment of people. Nobody does the same thing. And here, when it comes, we have to do all that in one person. So you need to have a primary processing center, and then after processing, the supplies comes into the picture. They transport it to the manufacturers. The transporter makes a lot of difference. There are sometimes bamboo is transported 2,000-3,000 kilometers. All the way from Arunachal Pradesh to come to Kanyakumari. That's a long distance they keep traveling because of the lack of availability and all that. But then the role of transporter makes a difference. While transporting, it should not get damaged. It should not get dried. Then comes the manufacturers. Once the manufacturer gets a material, they believe in doing in large scale. At least 200, 300 people working in a factory with the investment of not less than 5 to 10 crore rupees. And then they make the products of different nature. There are so many products, I'll come to that. Then comes the trader who's taking it in large scale. Then he gives the retailer at the public level. And then it goes to the customer. So this chain is different for different product. If you take medicines from the leaf, it's different. If you take furniture, then it's another cycle. If you take electricity from bamboo, ethanol from bamboo, or from petrol from bamboo, then again a different cycle. So, there are a lot of complications happens. Bamboo is not a single product. Bamboo is not a single species. So many products, many species, many customers, and makes all the complications much more. And with all that, we are very slow. Now, in a value chain, I'm repeating it through a model what has been suggested in Africa, where farmers and gated community becomes the plantation owners. Then they give to an organization called Green Pot Enterprises, which became an intermediary broker who is able to take this from here and make it available to the central facility to do that in large scale. And in the large scale, when they do that, they manufacture the process it, and the process one is available like this. Now, this is what happens to the retail traders. Then after it goes to retail traders and the local consumer, they also consume, they also export, they also give it to other wood workers in a large scale. Just a minute, please. So now let me start from the plantation owners. Look at this. This is a farmer who is able to cultivate bamboo. Bamboo is available in the forest, but when you cultivate, you are able to produce the size what you're looking for. There are many farmers with whom we are interacting. I'm just putting some farmers here. Even a lady entrepreneurs, lady farmers are able to manage. They are widows, but they are able to manage it, and they are able to grow the bamboo. And there are factories, they're growing their own bamboo. This is the Chandrasekhar is the owner of a factory who was consuming firewood for a long time. Now he started cultivating his own bamboo and using the sewage water or the treated water from his ETP is given to the bamboo. So bamboo became a sink for the ETP water as well as giving the raw material for his own work. Then comes the sugar factories. There are sugar factories who are using only for, they are growing bamboo because the factory runs only for normally around 5 to 6 months. Next 5 to 6 months, the core generation is, kept idle. Now they are able to use it. So they are the grower, they are the primary processor, they are able to use it, they convert into electricity. And this is done by the water irrigated from the effluent water available from distilleries. Even these are the foreigners. He's the owner. The shirtless person is the owner. You don't need a big technology to grow bamboo. But then once if you understood a little bit, they are able to do that very well. But in the forest, bamboo is growing like this, here and there available. And mostly it's a thorny bamboo, it's bamboos or Dendrochalamus strictus, and they have a limited range of uses. Whereas other species, cultivated species, they have multiple uses. Like when you want to make a rain stick out of these bamboos, we can make it, but the recovery is going to be very bad compared to a tulda bamboo. And similarly, these shoots are bitter, you can eat it. But there are bamboo shoots available like Dendrochalamus asper, specifically meant for that. So this is the bamboo which is thornless. This is the bamboo thorny bamboo. So bamboos is thorny, very difficult to harvest. So when you harvest, they damage the stem also. So net result is the cost is very high at the farm itself, and they are not able to do that. Whereas the Balkova is better. They have got a thick wall and it's able to do very well. Now, this is another bamboo. This is Brandisi, Dendrochalamus brandisi. You see, one bamboo bush itself has got 900 poles, each pole weighing 23 kilogram, 18 tons per bush. That's kind of a growth which you see them in some other Coorg estate in South India. And bamboo, otherwise thorny. Then Terrastock is oliverine, straight bamboo, used for pole wall jumping, used for making umbrella sticks, used for making fishing rod, and special application. So the same bamboo cannot be used for this. A thorny bamboo can never be used. It's a very strong bamboo, not for this purpose. But this bamboo is highly flexible but strong and very strong. It could be used as an ornamental plant, or and the product can go for a special market. So when a supply chain, one has to really know, starts from the species, which means it starts from the nursery and what species they selected. And Dendrochalamus asper for making shoots, bamboo shoots. They are very good timber bamboo, gigantic bamboo. At the same time, the shoots are sweet. And if somebody is looking for both together, they can have a combination, or only shoots they can do it, or forget about the shoots, do only the timber, then bamboo, Dendrochalamus asper is good. But the climate-wise, one has to choose the right climatic condition for that. Dendrochalamus giganteus, which grows 3 feet a day. Super bamboo, high diameter bamboo, especially used for construction. You cannot cut this and supply it for a paper mill for making pulp. You cannot cut this and give it as a firewood for making ethanol or for making electricity. So, your supply chain also has to focus on the species, type of species. And these are all the Chinese bamboo, where they keep walking, called Moso bamboo. So they are also good for very light bamboo, density-wise light. And that's what Ikea Furniture would like to have. When you go to Ikea Furniture, whatever bamboo we have, it's all heavy bamboo for them. And the density, the transport cost for them is very high. So depending on the market, one has to really look at the bamboo species. Bamboos, this is Philostachys edulis. And again, for shoot making and the good cultivated bamboo. But what happens? We don't grow bamboo. We leave it on the bund of a field. We cultivate the field in the main field, which could be rice, it could be banana, it could be sugarcane, but we don't cultivate the border plant. They all come on their own, they survive, and we try to find money for that. But bamboo become a product only when you start cultivating with a purpose for the market, specific market. Then the supply chain starts from there. Now, when I've been to China, I've seen people growing bamboo only for making shoots, only for making the slivers for making boats, or bamboo only for making small rod-like thing for the screens. And next to the agriculture field, they are able to cultivate the bamboo. That's the difference. We are not cultivating. We are opportunities. We just grow somewhere. We just allow them to grow and then look for money for it. No, it should be cultivated properly. Then it is possible. But today we sell the bamboo like this. You go to the stores, you go to the market, the bamboo has got different grades with all the notes, prominent notes, and different sizes also they sell it. But you see, these are all the sections how it's available today, it's sold. But when it comes to, China, you look at them, properly bundled, proper length is made, and whatever diameter you want, it is available. Whatever thickness you want, it's available, and it is made in proportion. Not like what we have seen in our place. This is also in China. You see them the bundled bamboo, and any diameter when you take specifically, only that is available and fairly straight. And then comes the bamboo shoots. Different species has got different taste, and supply chain for that again. If it is a fresh bamboo shoots, immediately it should go rush like a milk. Immediately it should be collected like a mushroom. It should go to the market. It be sold. But today, parallelly, we are also processing the bamboo shoots, tinned and sent. So the processing could be very easy. So these are the fresh bamboos being offered in China when you go for eating. But the same bamboo also put in a brine solution. You can keep it for a longer time. Then the perishability is not there. Then it is a supply chain is going to be very different than the one which is for a perishable. And then this display store also need not be air conditioned. Whereas when it comes, another new method what they're doing today is the drying, freeze drying the bamboo shoots, converting into this kind of a material, and that is being sent, and that can remain much more better shelf life than the one which is in the brine solution. And today, India also start doing it. From Nagaland, almost 15 years back, they made a first trial to Japan to send the bamboo shoots from India. And at that time, National Mission on Bamboo Application was there. They all did this. They tinned it, and they also tried the market very well, whether with the bamboo lumps, bamboo shoots, or one bamboo fingerlets made out of the bamboo shoots. All tried. So in the process, we see that bamboo is getting processed with a lot of waste coming through that. And this is the mat which is made out of this bamboo and converted into a finished product. So bamboo can make this kind of a finished, nice product, and for which the bamboo should be supplied. Bamboo also another very big industry which is not export. In India, we only import the bamboo cotton. This is a cotton from China. The bamboo fiber, bleached, converted into a yarn into all the different clothings. This is a spinning mill. When I went to China, I saw myself more than 13 years back. I've seen it. Even till today, we don't have. We have, but we have all imported from China. We are doing all this, and then the yarn is imported here in India, and we put a very little color. The color it picks up immediately. The less amount of dye leaching out from this beautiful color they take and convert into fabrics. And China has got a lot of fabric stores. I've been to many fabric stores there. The night gown, 100% bamboo, and very smooth and very fine. Warm during the winter, same dress, cool during the summer. And bedspreads, turkey towels, and shawl, gowns, shirts, pant, everything is available. India, what happened? Raymond's started making 100% bamboo shirts almost 10 years back. They have different colors in the Park Avenue, and today they are making shirts, pant, everything is available with them. But again, we are importing it. Now the requirement is different for different places. And bamboo also sold directly after converting into product in the local markets. This is all charcoal, bamboo poles are getting sold in the market. And bamboo also is able to produce electricity. So somebody wants bamboo for electricity, the supply chain is entirely different. The product is going to be different. This is a 5 kilowatt gasifier producing electricity. These are the furnitures, Indian made furniture. The bamboo species, what is used, very different. And this physically it has to come. Now, this is all bamboo made out of Thyrostochus alivare or stocksy, Dendrocoloma stocksy. But these are available geographically in a certain place. But if you want to make this throughout India, then we have to really bring it to that place and do that. Another set of better designed furniture, sofa sets made of the bamboo, and little more sophisticated, made out of Dendrocoloma giganteus like bamboo or asper bamboo. They are treated and colored and looking very fine and very good. Bamboo today also has been replacing slowly the plastics. This hanger, 50% of the hanger is made in the polypropylene and 50% is a bamboo plastic. Now the supply chain for this will be towards the plastic companies instead of giving to outside. Then they become integral part of the vehicle. This is planned by a CIPPET, Central Institute for Plastics in Chennai, And they tried with the bamboo and then this thing, and you can see the grains which are there in that. This is a two-wheeler parts. There is somebody's mic is on. If I can request them to
Yes,
switch
sir.
mic.
I'm identifying, but I'm not able to. Please, participant who is mic is on, please off it. It make disturbance.
Maybe you could see it in your host can see all that. I'll give you the person.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to identify, sir.
हाँ फर्स्ट डोज 100% है
Is it Chinta Kya?
और भैया यो तो अलाउ दूसरे वाले में कोई साथ नहीं है
I think it's Chintalaya. Chintakalia.
वो तो ऑनलाइन है मैडम
There is one more mic is on. Dr. Pooja Singh, DDH. The
No,
mic
sir,
is
my
on.
mic. No, sir, my mic is closed.
Yes, now close, madam. There is some more still. There is one more person is.
Dear participants, please mute yourself. Someone mic is on. Sir, I think it's technical issue. We are unable to see the participants which are creating noise, sir.
Yeah, it's creating nuisance for me. I was over trying to overrule it, but then
Yes, sir.
I'm also parallel checking for you.
Sir, I think it's some technical issue from outside the meeting because I muted all the participants, sir. Uh, I see that all the participants, you and me, mic is on only.
वहाँ फिर क्या
There
बैंक और क्या समझ
is
नहीं
some
आता
technical issue, sir,
I see.
because all the participants are muted, sir, now.
Okay. Okay. Right. This is an insistent. Bamboo makes so many products for you to just give you some. All these are kind of a common product for which the market segment is different. When it comes to hanger, it's more for the indigenous houses and the hotels. And Similarly, the saws of the bamboo needs a different requirement. And and what is important before you go to the cycle, you should know what is the market size for different product. Different product. What is the different product? What is the kind of market segment? This is a information on Angie, China, which is full of bamboo. I've been to Angie several times, and this is something like 7 years back. Their proportion of the different product market. What is the size? If you when you see the product, it is not the its product is different, but the volume is very very important, and their mat board is very high, 39%. The curtain, what is getting processed and exported, it's over 15%. The flooring is a big market for them. But over a period of time, all these are going to keep changing. So we also should look at what is the future product, what is the recent product, based on which the cycle chain, the supply chain should be looked at. So for the mat, it's a different kind of a market requirement. The species requirement and the portions requirement is different. But unless obviously we combine all these, we cannot make it. So while doing this, you will have a lot of waste coming out. That has to be converted into charcoal. And while making, you're also getting some amount of shoots while it's growing. That's also another small segment of the market. So we should know the market. So, but for that, you should map the entire segment and look at who are the people who can do for this. Like for example, bamboo nursery. I told you in the beginning that bamboo nurseries are more important to give you the right species of bamboo, the right species for the market. So you should know what is the bamboo is going to be sold 5 years from now. Those plant, we should go ask for the species and plant it instead of looking at today's market. I will give you a nice, good example. Today, everybody is planting tulda or making incense stick. It's a good market today. But if you plant today, by the time it comes 5 years, the market is going to be reducing. The reason is the market size is only 1.5 lakh tons. What is 1.5 lakh tons? It is hardly 16,000 hectare of bamboo cultivated. So 16,000 hectare of cultivated bamboo, if all the states they're planting, more than 16 states are planting bamboo today and they are covered by NBM. And if all of them are planting 1,000 hectare per state, the market is saturated. I myself giving a lot of plans to everybody to tap bamboo. And I know everybody will come to know only after 5 years that market is surplus. So one has to be very careful in identifying. You should do a little bit of R&D to find out what is that requirement in future. Accordingly, nursery should be able to deliver the product. So the task of nursery comes from potting, seedling, and disposal of the plant material. When it comes to planting chain, you should the right quality should be available. If it is for energy, then it's not much quality. But when it comes to construction, it should be a straight bamboo with a proper thickness right from the bottom to the top, and then the market price is available. So growing, harvesting, gathering, cutting of poles, storing, all that is an important task involved in a plantation. It is not simply planting and leaving it to the place. Now, while harvesting also, how to harvest, which bamboo to harvest, what is the color coding to be done, all that should be looked at. And when the supply chain is there, they also should be looking for 1 year old separately bamboo, 2 years old separately, 3 years old separately for different portions. Now, what is getting introduced now is a node and hub. Now, in a node, you do a primary processing of the material, and in a hub, you do all the major activity. So it's like a spokes hub, where one hub will have all the equipment together, then the supply chain will work better. Now, today, the government of India and NBM, all that they are looking at creating bamboo parks. Bamboo parks is going to be a bamboo hub. And we need to make small nodes in primary processing area, process and bring it. Otherwise, you're going to transport a lot of air volume also along with that. So I'll show you with some of the pictures, and ultimately it should reach the market. Now, this is the farmer growing the bamboo. They give it to primary processing centers in different places according to the product what they have. Bamboo shoots will go to one place, to another place, portion will go to another place. These people also will again separate them and give it to different industry. A small portion of that will go to the bamboo flooring. Some will go to the curtain industry. Some will go to the mat industry. So the same primary processing is giving to 3 different places. It is not single line. It is a circular. Like from here, he is going to give it to all the different people. And even here, every person is also going to give you different pieces. So it's not linear. So in other words, the bamboo is selectively segregated at the primary processing to reduce the cost of transportation, increase the efficiency. So that's one of the very important role for the supply chain. In when it comes to the bamboo. This is not the case for cement. Cement is manufactured, comes to a depot, they distribute it. That's all. They have 23 grade, 43 grade, 53 grade. That's all. But here it's not like this. It is a different portions, different parts go to different industry, they supply. And the waste, what is coming out from this, again, that is going to another industry where they recycle the waste into a briquettes and pellets, and it goes for the finished product either as a burning or for making even boats, composite boats. This is a furniture which I said different types of plates are getting made with the bamboo. Now, the company we can make a plate is different than the company who's going to make a furniture. For machinery, what is going to be different. So the type of bamboo what is going for this is different, and the supply chain is also going to be very different for this. And then comes the furniture. In the furniture, different shapes and sizes and all they're getting made. And all the waste and small bamboo are put together to make small utility items like this, which is able to scatter to different small segments of the country. But today, what is happening? We are growing people like this, and we are converting into these kind of a product, baskets, ladder, and that's one of the reasons why we are not able to get a huge volume. How many ladder you will buy it? How many basket you will buy it? Unless it is manufacturing setup. So these kind of a small segments only we are able to cover now because our processing is not done separately, individually. Everybody sits together, they mat the thing there itself, convert into basket, and they start supplying. And that is one of the reasons why this segment is not grown big. Unless otherwise the industry and the application goes big, the cultivation is not going to increase, bamboo is not going to find its best place. Now, in this process, supply chain process, first initially comes the sourcing. So initially the supply chain has to source the material. Where is this bamboo species available? Then he has to select the species according to the requirement. And then the one is what is the age of this, what is the diameter of this, what is the size of that, and then they go for harvest. After harvest, they do a quality control test, and to see a quality control at the field level or the primary processing level is much more easier. Then comes the drying of the bamboo. They store it. After storing, instead of giving without this, because they are prone to a lot of insect attack while traveling and all that. So they treat it there. So all these are getting done at the primary center. With then it gets to the logistic chain of supplying the material. This is for making construction. This is for making furniture. This is for making board and things like that. If it is going to be other industries, the entire logical treatment is going to be very different for that. I was telling you only the size of the bamboo is different bamboo. You see this is also matured bamboo. The diameter is different. And this is also matured bamboo, a long internode. Sisomatus dulva, from year to year, 5 feet. So long. It is made only for making kite in Gujarat. And that has to come all the way from Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and then travel across the India, goes to Gujarat for kite making. And when it comes to this kind of a bamboo, this is Sikkimensis, Dendrocoloma giganteus, and Bambusa bambus, and Bambusa vulgaris. Like this different species. The different sizes are there. This is Sikkimensis, a very big diameter bamboo, and this is also Dendrocoloma giganteus bamboo, and Therostochus oliveri. So beautiful. But then the industrial requirement is somewhere else. The cultivation happens in one particular corner in India. But now we have to introduce these crops to reduce the kind of transportation. And then only it is possible to see that it is available. This is Doluva bamboo, where the internode length is so long. From here, there is no internode at all after a particular length. And this same bamboo, if you go plant it in normal climatic condition, you don't get this kind of a thing. And you see this, it is almost the height of the person, which is 54 inches in height. That's the height of the internode. And all these are needed for specific purpose. So the person who's going to work as an intermediate supply chain, he has to classify them and make it available according to the industry. Different types of bamboos. And this is Sikkimensis again. and how big it is, how big diameter the bamboo. Now, nursery. The right type of plant should be made available. Otherwise, 5 years from now, you will not have the bamboo. Yes. 5 years from now, to have a supply chain, you should have planted the right bamboo now. One is go collect what is available. Another is grow it wherever is needed. Like today, chicken is being grown specifically as a broiler chicken or a layer chicken with a lot of money being spent. Similarly, the bamboo has to be produced locally in different places, nearest location available for the climatic condition, for which you should use the tissue culture process and see that you get the right quality plants. And today, fortunately, we have those kind of labs available in India, including mine, which we produce around. We were producing 60 lakh plants. Now we are reached 100 lakh plants. Over. Now, in the nodes and hub approach, the node will do the facility for the primary processing of the bamboo, producing a sticks or a slice. Up to that, they'll finish. They will not go beyond that. The hub will take it to the final process to convert them into an engineered bamboo or a bamboo into lumber, bamboo into strip board, bamboo into any set of furnitures. All that is made with them. So basically, this is how it's going to look like. The hubs are going to be in the center, and all these are going to be the nodes which are going to supply to the hub. And that's how the hub will be working better, more economical. They will handle a smaller quantity, lesser capital investment. The more capital investment, more skilled labor will come in the node, in the like a cycle hub. Now, what they do in the primary process center, they take the bamboo, they bring it out like this, and they split them. After splitting them, the nodes are there, and these nodes also clean, so that the cleaning is done there. And once the nodes are clean, very simple, small equipment, not much complicated, then it is sent to the, like this again, the nodes are, and it is bundled, and finished strips are sent to the factory. From the hub, from the node, it goes to the hub. In the hub, they do this. Finally polish it again, remove all this, and convert them into mat, they're stitched together, convert them into board. Nice little board. And this board could be 4 feet by 6 feet by 4 feet by 8 feet board. And this is done in a hub. Now, when you look at the market, this is a small analysis done for this. Which market is going to grow is very important. I showed you one example of an insistic market, which is likely to come down because of the excess production is being done now. A lot of bamboo is getting planted. 4 years later, we will know. But this is to show the raw material as a bamboo as a raw material is going to grow very slow. Whereas the bamboo as an industrial product from 2014 to 2025 is going to grow in $1 million. If you look at this, is a Chinese figure, and basically it shows how fast it's going to grow. Whereas the furniture market is not much is taking place. It's only getting double. Whereas the bamboo shoot market also remains same, but other market like energy market is going to grow bigger. So one has to really analyze this market, and accordingly the supply chain should be acting on it. Similarly, in India, if you take it, what are the market size and how it's going to go from 2015 to 2025, and what is assumed today now, right now, the area in place like West Bengal is increasing very fast. Assam, not much as compared to this. If you see the level of the bamboo which is going to produce in Assam in 2025, and West Bengal is going to be same, but as compared to now. When you look at Madhya Pradesh, their growth is good, very good, and much more better is the Maharashtra. Today, a lot of farmers are planting Maharashtra bamboo, like our banana, how it's planted, like sugarcane, how they have sugarcane lobby. Similarly, bamboo is also getting planted by many farmers. For the last 6, 7, 8 years, I'm personally directly involved with them, even with the Maharashtra Bamboo Development Board, which is one of the good, excellent role playing for the supply chain. And they are assuring the farmers that they'll be able to connect to the industry to give them, like paper industry and all that. They're giving the assurance, talking to the farmer, bank, and the bank is made available to give the loan to them. So this is their model, where the resources are, they are also getting from the forest. They have Forest Development Corporation, forest departments, and all the organizations which are able to provide them the bamboo. Right now, it goes through a local community for the sales for fencing and roofing and shades and all that. But paper industry are taking through the wholesale buyer, and then it goes to the industries like a paper power plant or paper mill and small scale industries. Then on the commercial side of it, from the primary processing, primary traders, not processing here. India, we don't have to do processing. We only buy it and we give it to the retailers. The retailers are selling to the farmer, furniture making, and artisans who are using this for making small materials. But this is the present one, but we need to incorporate a primary processing center to collect the material, and then the transport cost comes down and it is possible. Now, the waste what is coming out, it's also collected like this and converted into powder by nearby another small industry and converted into briquettes. And the briquettes is converted into charcoal. This is being given to the charcoal making or activated carbon market it is going. They also exporting. I've been to these factories, seen this. This is the pellets or the bamboo. And again, pellet is another big market available. And where the price of the pellet ranges from 12,000 to 17,000 rupees per ton against the average price of bamboo. A common bamboo is only 4,000 rupees a ton. The value addition is actually double, triple time is available when they do that. And the waste coming out from industries are different type. Some of the places it comes as shredded material, and that also they are able to convert them into a bales. And in China, they convert by these machines, they convert them into bales, and the bales are provided back to the energy industry. When you say energy, bamboo is converted to electricity, into petrol, into ethanol, into CNG, into coal, bio-coal. And bamboo, this is power generation from bamboo. 1 kilo bamboo is able to make 1 kilowatt current. So what quality, what standard they need is very less. So it could be all mixture of everything together, the bamboo can go, but they need a very limited supply chain distance between the producer and the user. Otherwise, what happens? The value of the material is going to get increased, and their volumes are very, very high. Every factory, they need close to around 10 tons per hour, almost 240 tons per a day for one number of 10 megawatt power plant. And the cost of the electricity produced is a very low cost. So they can burn it, convert to electricity, and it's also a highly profitable business. And today, similarly, the shell company is able to convert bamboo instead of burning it, they burn it in a closed chamber called pyrolysis, because hydrogen is given. It's called hydropyrolysis, which is able to convert into petrol, diesel, and gasoline. So now they are looking at the model whether we can go to the farmer and have a supply chain, or don't have supply chain. Just go put the plant in the plant itself where the bamboo is growing. They'll go put up the processing unit. So in order to cut down the cost, they are all looking at this also. So there are bigger companies, corporate companies, they want to reduce the supply chain so that they are able to get it very fast, quick to the material. This is the plant in Bangalore, which is able to process 5 ton of bamboo to produce 1,000 liters of petrol, 1,200 liter petrol or diesel or biodiesel. Similarly, Numaligarh is doing wonderful job now. The moment in Assam, they get converted into 4 kilos into 1 ethanol, or 1 acre is able to convert into 10,000 liter ethanol. And the process, what they're doing, they are able to digest convert it. So they also need close to around 500 tons of bamboo every day, and that's going to be available. Similarly, so CNG gas is going to be produced, and CNG gas will be produced and it will be delivered 4 kgs of bamboo. 4 kgs of bamboo will be 1 kg bio CNG gas going to be producing, and which means 1 acre can produce 4 to 5,000 kg gas. All these need bamboo. Or bamboo right away converted into torrefied bamboo, not charcoal, torrefied bamboo. They also need a clean for this to do that. Now, another supply chain which is also looking for bamboo is sugar factory. Sugar factory today they make the sugar. They make 73% into sugar, and then the whatever waste coming from this, they put in the boiler and convert them into electricity. And electricity is supplied to the national grid. Now, in bamboo is going to be introduced now in this supply chain. 20,000 acres of bamboo. In that place, 2,000 acres of bamboo will be given to the factory. One factory will have 20,000 acres of sugarcane, but 2,000 acres of bamboo is going to produce electricity during the off season and going to give the electricity for them. So Ultimately, what I'm trying to tell you is bamboo needs you should look at the market where the requirement is there. Today is going to replace the coal for the cement factories. It's replacing for the CNG gas, for the biofuel to produce petrol and diesel, electricity, and ethanol. Now, what does the quantity need? Bamboo is going to be the next disruptive technology to dominate the future in terms of providing the material, converting into. But today, what is lacking is supply chain. People started growing it. People started growing it haphazardly, but people started growing it with their own knowledge of information, what is available. But somebody has to really give a direction. The supply chain will be able to tell what is the demand in the market is going to be in future. And based on that, the people can start planting the right type of species, the right quantity of people, so that the price is going to be stabilized. Now, that's how the cell phone came. Amazon has become a market leader. Uber has become a market leader. Patanjali has become a market leader. Bamboo is going to be the next product material to become a leader for this. So there are a lot of challenges and opportunities available in a supply chain. Today, we have another set of people can come and start working in bamboo sector, which are not going to grow, but they're not going to use, but they will make the material available at the right place, at the right time, at the right quality, at the right quantity. That is missing. That's called depot, bamboo depot or bamboo biomass depot. And this is, today it's a new concept, but this concept is available elsewhere in other countries or in India itself for other products available. But we don't have that kind of a network link. If somebody wants to have a furniture making company in Bangalore, they want to have bamboo, he has to go all the way from here to Assam or Mizoram, go talk to the buyer there, farmer there, collect it, put it in a truck, come back and use it. This is because of the lack of supply chain, we are all being forced to do that. The moment supply chain is available, the bamboo is going to find its own value in a very big way. When I was just told you about this, the opportunity what is available to produce ethanol, we need 136 million tons of bamboo. To produce ethanol, we need 190 million tons of bamboo every year. And electricity, 350 million tons. For fuel, 804 million tons. To replace coal, 900 million tons. So all put together, this is the 2,400 million tons of bamboo is needed. Because of the lack of supply chain, all these are not happening today. Yes, if you talk to Dalmia Cements, Ultratech Cement, they said, yes, we can use it. But who is the supplier? They do not know how to grow bamboo. They want somebody to come and supply them at the right price, right quantity continuously. And that is not available. Once if it is there, all this is going to happen for different industry. Okay, it may not happen today. In another 5 years time, 10 years time, 20 years time, at least 30 years time, it will happen. At that time, the amount of bamboo which is going to grow will be 240 lakh hectares. 6 times the sugarcane area is going to be grown, and then automatically all that is going to fall in place. I'm very happy that your institution has taken up a course, 15-20 days course to teach everybody, and supply chain also is made as one of the portion of this. Thank you very much. Thanks for excellent opportunity to meet all these people, tell them, because I have another meeting. I will rush through some of the information I could not give you in detail, and maybe I'll take 5 minutes question and answer, and then I'll join my next meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable and so important lecture. And it is very interactive too. And it was very beautiful presented by different photographs of the international outlook. It will be very helpful for the students and participants. Now, I would like to request the participant who are willing to ask any questions, doubt the questions. Please, sir is ready to answer to you. Please raise your hand.
Meeting like an advocacy. 5 minutes. Are all they available or?
They are available, sir. They are
Okay.
on the chat box also.
Okay.
Okay. But
Yeah, you can read out any questions which are there in the chat box so that I can reply in case they maybe mine is I'm more on English, so
no, it will be comfortable for the students. In English, no issue, I think.
okay, okay.
Some of the undergraduate students,
Hmm.
they have the comments, a nice presentation. They are available, but I think there is no queries. But because it was a very understandable lecture, and it is
Okay,
good photographs, no, so they are understandable. So
right,
if
right, right.
any doubt or query will be there, sir, I will share with you. I think so. You
Okay,
have the another important meeting. Still, I am asking if any doubts, questions. Dear participant, you may raise your questions. Sir is available to give you answers. I think no more queries, sir.
okay,
If it will be there, I will share with you, and I
okay,
will have the answer from you, sir.
okay, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you very much, sir, for
Most-
your valuable, important lectures to the participants.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
thank you, thank you,
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
thank
very
you.
much,
Bye
sir.
bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. End meeting for all.